We're live.
Yes, okay. A journal prompt. I want to jump right in to something that has been changing my perspective this year. Normally, in past years, I knew the power of journaling, but I would kind of rush through it because, uh, I was busy in the morning. We have to get Oliver off to school, and we have the pets, and we have, just all the things. And this year, I decided I'm going to commit to journaling one whole page in my notebook every single day. Now, the commitment was good. Second, what am I going to write about every day? Well, I was on a mastermind call, and a friend who was like an avid journaler, a coach, a friend, he's like, answer this question. What would you say to your younger self? What would you say to your younger self today? And man, has that opened up so much gratitude and possibility and even strategy for me this year in this journaling exercise. Because I look back and some of the things that I was writing is, and if you didn't know this about Eric and I and our relationship and how we got together, I was originally from Pennsylvania. You were from here in Canada, where we are. And we met in the Dominican on a completely, unexpected holiday romance, weren't looking for love, met each other, lived in different countries. And I was journaling about, like, look at you. Like, you moved your life to Canada. Look at you.
Look at you.
That's really what I was like, look at you.
Younger self over
Younger
there.
self. Right.
You.
I kind of chuckled to myself. I'm like, you took on these big life stressors, moving to a different country, being in a committed relationship, which we had only done long distance. So we'd only really seen each other for the weekends. Granted, it was every weekend because you drove 8 hours to come and see me every single weekend when we did long distance from here to Pennsylvania. It was crazy, actually. You would work because you were still working in the agency. You would work 8 hours, leave at like 5:30 at night, get to me at midnight, my time in Pennsylvania, and we would have not really Friday, but like Saturday and Sunday together, and then you would had part of
Not
Sunday.
even, Saturday and then Sunday at home.
Oh, so that was stressful. But it's like you moved your life to Canada, you started a new job, you started a new relationship. You've now left your career in nursing and gone after running this agency and doing your solo show. You've started a family. You get to work in a sweatshirt. You don't have to wear corporate wear to work. You'll rarely ever see us dress up unless we're like doing something like a keynote speech or like, something, a big corporate meeting or something. It's like, look at you. Look at all you've taken on. Look at all you've done. Look at who you've become. Look at what you've accomplished. Look at how you picked yourself up in the hardest of days. I won't get into it, but like family drama with zero family support. Everyone's like, oh, your family must have helped you move and plan your wedding and start your life and have a baby and come together. And no, zero family support from either side. And it's, like, think about that. What would you say to your younger self? I would say, damn, girl.
Yeah.
You know how to get shit done. You know how to show up for yourself. You know how to be committed. You know how to take on challenges and risks and new things. And I think this is the time of year where everything starts to feel so mundane, right? Like we're post holidays.
Yeah.
We're waiting for, if you live in a place where seasons change, we're in like the thick of winter.
Yeah.
We are. And it's like there's no sun, everything's dead, like we're in this kind of hibernation gray space, which is great. We need the seasons to plant the seeds and recover, but it can kind of feel mundane. It can kind of feel like everything sucks and it's cold and it's gray and it's miserable and it's like Groundhog Day every day. So that journal prompt really has been reigniting who I am and what I'm capable of and that belief in myself. Because if you did a vision board this year, or you set goals, or you set plans, you could stare at it every day. But if you don't believe that it's possible for you, if you don't believe that you have the character and the characteristics and the ability to do it, it's not going to come true. It starts with the belief.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I agree. I feel the same way. For me, it's like, I remember like...
what would you say to your younger self? Actually, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna throw it to you.
I haven't thought about it.
Put you on the
Actually,
spot.
I haven't thought about it, but I think a lot of it would be gratitude. Like I never saw myself where I am in terms of like career, like owning an agency, working from home, having the ability and flexibility to like pick up my son from school, take my son to school, not having to commute. Like we go over a bridge to take Oliver to school every morning,
Yeah.
and like we go over the highway, and it's like one of the busiest highways in North America. And
Don't
like,
miss that.
9 out of 10 days, it's just like bumper to bumper, and I just look and it's that gratitude of like, oh my god, at least an hour, 2 hours, no more, 2 to 3 hours a day, I would spend on that road. For what? And
Not your dream.
not my dream.
Not
It's
our
not, yeah,
dreams.
to get a paycheck, I
Yeah.
guess. At the end of the day, it'd be to get a paycheck. And it's like, man, like how many hours would that total over 20
Yeah.
years? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And,
And-
you know, and for some people, they don't want to be entrepreneurs. Like they
Yeah,
want to
yeah, I
work
get
and
it.
they
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah.
But for us, like you said, our life, our vision was always very
Bigger.
different. It was
Yeah.
bigger. Even
Yeah.
if we didn't know how to bring it to life, we didn't know. We
And not to say it's
Yeah.
easy, but
yeah.
I would trade
I
that.
love that.
Yeah, my point is I would trade that any day. I would trade X amount of money to not have to be in that car for 3 hours a day on
Did-
that road.
Did you see yourself being the kind of dad that you are?
Mm,
Eric's
No.
such a good dad, by the way. He's like the best dad to all of us.
no, I'm like, I'm in a good way. I'm shocked at how much, like, every second of every day I would give to Oliver. Like it just like blows me away.
I know, like you don't. Ooh, I'm like getting a little
I know.
emotional. Like you don't know how good it is till you're in it. And then that's what I mean. You look back and you go, damn, like I didn't know how good life was going to be. I was planting the seeds and I had belief and I was hopeful
Yeah.
that this is what my life would be. And then when you're in it, you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's like what I have that perspective. And then I'm like, thank you. Gratitude for my family, gratitude for my work, gratitude for my situation, gratitude for my home,
Mhm.
Gratitude for the fact that I get to live this life every day. I get a second chance at life. I get to do and be who I want to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's the stuff that pulls us out of sometimes this rut or this false urgency that we have. Like what we were just describing, that was me in my 20s.
Yeah.
And I'm in my 40s. So I'm talking 20 years. And I think that's what we do is we have this false urgency, like things got to happen now.
Yeah, we don't have time.
I don't have time, and not that that's, in a way, we don't have time, right? Like we better get moving
Yeah,
on our
we always
dreams and our
say, yeah.
plans.
Time goes by
But-
in a blink of an eye, but
It's the reason why you have a vision board and the reason why you journal and the reason why you do all that is because it's keeping what you desire top of mind.
Mhm.
And then every day you're taking actions to fulfill on
course.
whatever that is, that you
Yeah.
you dream of. And then you're open to it being better than you ever expected it to be, even if it's not what you thought it was going to be.
Yep.
If you would have asked me 20 years ago if I would be living in Canada, owning my own agency, being an off-Broadway playwright and like theater and going into acting, I would have said, absolutely not. I'm a small town girl from Pennsylvania that went to nursing school.
I can't do that.
There's nothing common or predictable,
Yeah.
and same with you, like going on that vacation and meeting me and
Mhm.
having me move here and supporting my dreams and us doing our dreams together. And,
Yeah.
you can never predict that. So I guess it's a long-winded way to say,
Start journaling.
go back. I mean, even if you only have 10 minutes, go back and what would you say to your younger self? What advice would you give? What gratitude would you have for the challenges and the growth and the times where you pushed yourself?
Yeah.
What gratitude for the situation, even if it sucked? What gratitude could you find in who that helped you become or how that made you think differently? I mean, that was a big thing, like with our, families and all their love and their faults. We were like, this is great. We're going to continue this. This is horrible. We are never going to be,
Yeah.
we're
true.
not going to do that. We are not going to be this way. We are not going to say that.
Yeah.
Right. We're not going to have these expectations, and, unconditional love is a huge thing for us and our family and our business and our family and everything that we do. So go back and journal.
And the one thing too, like that just came to mind for me was like making a change with that. Like, so you journal about it. Like I reflect back. So we do every year we do our vision boards.
Yeah.
And what came out of my vision board in a weird way was all of her struggles with getting up and going to school, like all kids do, right? Oh, I don't want to go to school. School sucks. Anyway.
Why is it Monday? It's every Monday.
And we want to get it. We want to let him sleep, and we want to let him sleep in a little bit. But I visioned how to change that routine for him so that it wouldn't suck getting up. And for whatever reason, I wanted to start reading more because I don't love reading. I do read.
Yeah, I'm the journaling this year.
Yeah.
You're the reading this year. Yeah.
And for me, so I journaled that I was going to get up and I was going to create a better morning routine. And part of that morning routine was I was going to read for at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought, what? So then one day I just went upstairs to Oliver's room and I got him up. And, he did the usual, I don't want to get up, I'm tired, I'm too tired. I said, okay, bud. I said, how about you get up? And I said, you can sit and watch your TV shows with me and I'll read beside you.
Yeah.
And game changer. It's been, we're going on a month almost now.
And it's not, I don't even think it's about the TV and the book
It's
reading.
not.
It's that you two are side by
That's it.
side.
Yeah.
Like having a moment.
Yeah. And we're just there. Like we're in that space together and nothing's coming in because it's before
the 8
working hours.
7:30 a.m.
So it's like pre-working hours, and like I got my coffee beside me, I got my book, I'm reading, he's sitting there, and it's just like these little moments.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And that's the cool part when you're blessed, where you have a spouse or you have children, you get to honor those little moments. Like I don't go up and try to bust that up.
Yeah.
Like I'll be down here, I'll be journaling, I'll be working out, like I'll be doing whatever I want to do. And I give you to that time to just have that special moment. And I love that. I love that he has special moments with you and special moments with me. We have special moments together. And it all goes back to that intentionality of who are you becoming? Not what are you doing? Like who are you becoming?
Yeah, and I say it's just a micro shift. Like, what's 15 minutes in a day?
Yeah.
Nothing, right? But it's like that's a world. Like I think about what's that going to be next year when we do this every day for 365 days. Man, that's a relationship you just built in a tiny little moment.
Those 15 minutes.
Anyway,
I love that.
Leave you with that.
Yeah. Hopefully that journal prompt helped. I would love to know. Hi, Hug. I met Hug at the YMCA.
Oh, nice.
The Women of Distinction. We met. She's a fellow Women of Distinction nominee.
Congrats.
And we're going to connect more. She does balloons and bubbles and things for kids.
Balloon, yeah.
So cute.
Oh,
and an artist.
Cool.
She's an artist. She's a musician. She's multi-talented.
We
love you back,
have her
Hug.
on our show.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to bring you up next time. All right, we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.